Imagine your tweet or Facebook post automatically alerting emergency services that you're in some kind of distress. It may sound futuristic, but is linking social media directly to NextGen 911 a game-changing innovation or a dangerous privacy nightmare waiting to happen? Let's unpack this controversial idea in this week's Friday NG911 Futures episode of TiPS, Today in Public Safety.
Welcome to TiPS, Today in Public Safety, your go-to podcast for today's breaking stories and public safety news.
Welcome to TiPS, Today in Public Safety, and our Friday NG911 Futures edition. This is Fletch, I'm a NEMA certified ENP and Vice President of Public Safety Solutions at 911 Inform. And today's episode is all about social media. Social media platforms like Facebook, Instagram, LinkedIn, and X, formerly Twitter, are deeply embedded into our daily lives. They're often the first places people turn during an emergency or personal crisis, as well as other significant incidents. Users frequently broadcast their location, emotional state, or distress signals publicly, and these messages sometimes reach wider audiences faster than traditional 911 calls. But here's the provocative question for public safety professionals. Should next generation 911 directly integrate with these social media signals? Could algorithms scanning posts for emergency indicators significantly reduce response times? Or will it just overload an already razor-thin service and initiate unacceptable breaches of security and privacy? So on the positive side, direct social media integration could transform emergency services by the rapid detection and response by automated systems that could quickly identify posts suggesting self-harm, violence, or emergencies and alert responders immediately without relying solely on calls from bystanders or the victims themselves. Then there's the enhanced situational awareness. Real-time social media content such as live stream video or images from the scene could provide dispatchers and responders with unprecedented situational awareness. And finally, alternative communication pathways. Individuals who are unable to call 911, maybe due to danger, disability, or a language barrier. Direct social media integration could provide that critical lifeline. And while that's great, the pitfalls are equally profound. First and foremost, privacy and consent issues. Users may feel uncomfortable or even outraged by social platforms automatically sharing their posts with authorities. Determining consent, especially in emergency contexts, could become complex and controversial. Then there's the accuracy and false alarms argument. We all know that social media is notorious for unreliable content and context sensitive. Sarcasm, jokes, or misleading posts could trigger false alarms and waste valuable public safety resources. And finally, the ethical and legal dilemmas. There's a blurred line between personal privacy, free expression, and access by public safety could lead to unprecedented legal challenges and public backlash. The central dilemma isn't about technology itself. It's about trust, boundaries, and responsibility. Next generation 911's evolution demands careful balancing between cutting-edge technology, improved public safety outcomes, and personal privacy protection. Social media integration could either represent a massive leap forward or become a huge cautionary tale about technology gone too far. This is why public safety officials, social media giants, lawmakers, and the public at large all need to be part of this critical conversation to determine the appropriate and acceptable path forward. In fact, critical work right now is happening in the Incident-Related Imagery Work Group, currently drafting their first standards. I expect this document to have a very long and detailed comment and public review session when the initial drafts are published later this year or early in 2026. That's probably something you want to keep an eye on. Thanks for tuning in to TiPS Today in Public Safety and our special Friday NG911 Futures episode. Remember to follow me on social media at Fletch911, and you're invited to like, subscribe, and comment, as I always welcome your thoughts and suggestions on this and future stories. Stay safe, thanks for listening, and if you're in public safety, thanks for what you do every day. I'll see you next time. Take care.
You've been listening to TiPS, Today in Public Safety, your go-to podcast for today's breaking stories and public safety news. Hosted by Fletch and available every Monday, Wednesday, and Friday. Catch past episodes on 911tips.com. That's 911tips.com. Be sure to like and subscribe, and remember to join us each week for the latest on NG911. I am Spider Harrison, the official 911 voiceover dude. Catch me on Sirius XM on various channels, including 90s on 9, the 10 spot, and on the Weekend Countdown on Hits 1. Or don't regret it for the rest of your life. Either way, I'm good. TiPS is brought to you by 911 Inform, the leading next-generation 911 solution for enterprise compliance with federal 911 regulations. Visit them on the web at 911inform.com. 911 Inform, making every second count when it matters the most.